My name is Alexis Simler and I'm a sophomore. There were kind of two things that really impacted me on that trip. The first thing was as soon as you walk in out of the elevator, there's this picture on the wall of like the burnt bodies with wood over them and in a camp in the background, and it just as soon as you go in, the whole mood changes from before you leave the elevator. The other thing that really impacted me was the Hall of Remembrance, because it really made me think about each individual instead of the Holocaust as a whole.
My name is Reagan Mallow. I'm a sophomore at Everett Area High School. The thing that impacted me the most was definitely seeing the shoes and just realizing that those were shoes of actual living people, and to think of what they went through was just really tough.
Hi, my name is Andy, and one thing that really impacted me from this Holocaust trip was watching the little movie that they had set up. I thought it was really disturbing because how could he put up such a good act to be a good person while simultaneously wanting to hurt all of them?
The models of the gas chambers, of the people going into the gas chambers, and what was happening inside to all of them. It impacted me because it made me very upsetting to see what they had to go through.
The message that stuck with me was a quote that I saw on in the gift shop. It was on bracelets. Seeing that message just made me realize that you should be kind to other people, and you just need to realize what other people are going through is really difficult sometimes.
The message that will stay with me was actually a quote that was written on the wall, and it said that it wasn't 6 million Jews murdered, it was one murder 6 million times. I think the museum, when you read about it, you just kind of think of the whole of the Holocaust, but I think it's really important to recognize each of those individuals that don't have names anymore or that were taken away. And I just think that that's important, that you can hear and see each individual person's story and everyone had a name.
I think the message that will stay with me forever is just be kind to everybody because you never know what they're going through.
The question that I have from the Holocaust is, if it didn't happen, how would it impact the world differently today?
The survivor I spoke to, he was young when the Holocaust actually happened.
His dad was taken away and put in a camp, and him and his mother had to hide. And his experience was just kind of scary in that sense, that he had to hide from society.
When I left the Holocaust Museum, I thought differently about how I treat other people and how kindness is really a big impact on other people's life. Because if you aren't kind to people, you really don't know what they're going through, and you just should be kind all the time.
I think kindness is an important thing because it could really affect someone mentally, and you never know what it did to them or what they're going through.
I think if more people were kind while the Holocaust was going on, more people would have been willing to help out, and they wouldn't have just stood there and let it go on for as long as it did.
If the acts of kindness were more normalized in obviously a really messed up society back then, there would have been a better chance for the people who had to endure that. And if more people cared and it was more normalized for them to care, it could have really helped a lot of people a lot sooner.